Hey everybody, I'm the Pigglesworth, and what you're about to watch is a live stream that I did April 16th, 2015. It's answering a question that was sent in by a viewer asking me, why do I personally make YouTube videos? So, without further ado, let's get on with the live stream. Hey, guess what everybody? Here we are in Rain Cloud, and guess what? It's raining. And guess what? We got mail! So let's go ahead and check the mail, shall we? So, I was wondering, why do you personally make YouTube videos? And I know I'm going to butcher it, so I do apologize, but the name is Rayquaza. Rayquaza1? Rayquaza. I think so. We'll go with that, and I'm going to put this back because I know that I will lose it promptly. Not on purpose, but by accident. So, the discussion for tonight is, why do I make YouTube videos? Like, my own personal motivations for making YouTube videos. Now, I'm going to give a little bit of a disclaimer before we get started on this, because I know sometimes this subject can actually bother people or irk them. But I'm going to go ahead and give you a disclaimer. There will be a few references to religious things. Uh-oh. I know half of y'all like rage quitting right now. I can't take this. Oh my gosh, what is he talking about? Yes. Actually, in real life, here we go. Yeah, we're going to need some iron because I'm going to need to make quite a few pickaxes and be able to chop some trees down. So we're just getting prepared here. But in real life, I am a religious person. I am a Christian. Have been for most of my life. And the reason why I bring this up is because if we're going to talk about my personal motivations, then it's important for you to understand who I am as a person in real life, not as the pig that I play on TV or on computer, as it were. So I'm not going to start quoting you a bunch of verses and all that kind of stuff, but I just wanted to let you know that as I talk about things and reference things, oh, there we go, Piggy's plain sight. That, just heads up, I may mention something about God or something like that, and basically what I'm doing is I'm telling you, this is my mindset, or this is my approach to how I do things. I am a person who, I have a lot of talents, and I don't say this to sound arrogant at all. I mean it with honesty. I have a lot of talents. I can draw, I can sing, I can play music. I'm just very creative-minded kind of person. And the reason why I say that is because I believe that I was created. And I believe that I was created with these talents. And so what I also believe is that means that these talents were given to me for a purpose, for a reason. Not to just, whoa. I thought I heard somebody shooting at me. That's a little zombie. You said you couldn't see me face to face. Come here. Look me in the eye. Oh, I like your skin. That's really cool. And look how she's got the extra layer with the little headband and the flower on the shoulder. Actually had ZlowXP had mentioned to me that you trolley arrow. Now it's going to be in the way the whole time. I had him mention that I should use the second layer to give myself an extra nose so it looks like it sticks out my face. So that might be something cool to do. But anyway, yes, the arrow is beautiful. And I have a feeling that Zombie's going to hang out with us now. So, because I have a lot of talents, and I believe that I was given those talents, that I'm supposed to use those talents for a specific reason in life. And over the course of my life, I have made good choices and bad choices. I feel like I've been around long enough that I've started to gain a little bit of wisdom. Now, I don't say this, like I said, everything I'm talking about myself, I promise you. If it sounds arrogant, just slap me, because I do not mean this in arrogance at all. Let's go ahead and just get this going, get us some more tools here. But to me, that means that there is a heavy weight of responsibility for the wisdom that's been imparted to me over the years, for the talents that I have. And so I feel very compelled to use them to help other people in any way, shape, or form that I can. Pig, your in-game sounds are too loud. People are having trouble hearing you. Okay, well, let's just crank this down a little bit. Thank you very much. I do apologize for that. And it's probably because I'm not talking close enough into the microphone, too. So, I'll just start over. I'm gonna look at chat real quick just to make sure, see if y'all are hearing what I said or not. Turn it down. I'm talking in dirt language. Much better, but okay. You know what? Here we go. We're just going to shut the sounds off altogether. How does that suit you? Of course, I have a feeling now that means that Zombie, little zombie, innocent zombie, she's going to be shooting arrows, and I'm not going to be able to hear them. So, you'd never. No, of course not. You would just accidentally let them fly. Okay, well, I'll just go ahead and reboot and recap. So I feel like I'm a person that has been born with a lot of talent, been given talents, and that with those talents comes the responsibility to use them for the benefit of others, not for my own personal gain. Not that I can't make gains from them, but that should not be my main motivation. So, let's see. For many, many years, gosh, that rain is persistent, isn't it? For many, many years, from when I was in high school to young adult, all the way up to, I don't know, maybe a year or two ago, I had this idea in my head that I needed to make a career in music. I can play music, I can sing music, I can write music. I may not be able to sing as well as I would like, but can sing nonetheless. And so always racking my brain trying to figure out how in the world do I record and get this music out to the world and just all the stuff that goes with that. Never could hit my stride. Never could find a viable way to do it. Always felt like I was hitting a brick wall. And I think night's coming. We're just going to pop that down. We'll just keep coming back to that. So, why it's perfect because of the rain. So, spent a lot of time being frustrated just because I could never accomplish that, but always trying to keep in the back of my mind that because I believe that there's a God, and this God guides my life and my path in life, that if it's not working out, that it's okay. You just got to figure out something else to do. And that is the advice that I try to give a lot of people that are trying to, quote unquote, get famous on YouTube, or they're trying to make successful, huge channels. They're always asking me, how do I do this? How do I do that? And I always tell them, I've told a few people here on Rain Cloud off camera, and they always get a big chuckle out of it when I first say it until they realize I'm being serious. Because I know when it first comes off, it can sound almost like a joke. But basically what I tell them is, from my perspective, I want to do everything I can to give you the tools and the ability to become successful. But if I give you all those abilities and tools that I have learned and you try and it doesn't work, well, then that means that this just isn't for you. There's something else that you need to be doing in life. You got to shift gears, rethink your strategy, and try something else. Now, try something else doesn't always mean give up on what you're doing. It just means you got to do it differently, okay? And that's actually very important, that differently thing. That took me forever to learn the differently thing, because I had it stuck in my mind. I am going to make a career in music and nothing else. There is no way else that I can do what I want to do unless it's in music. And I got very discouraged and just kind of was at the point of giving up. And somebody has put vines over here. Did I bring... Oh my gosh, I didn't bring enough wood? What? Okay, we're going to have to chop some trees down then. Let's see here. Make us an axe. There we go. So... I started noticing that there was a such thing as videos on YouTube for Minecraft. And I love Minecraft. Ever since I was a little kid, like Legos and just building and being creative. Oh my gosh, this is like the coolest game ever for somebody like me that loves to do that. And I found out you can make videos and people will watch the videos. And I'm like, really? Seriously? And so, I watched some videos, I watched a few different things, and I kept asking myself, what could I do different than everybody else is doing? What could be my approach, my niche, why would people want to watch me? Because there are people that do redstone better than me, there are people that build better than me, there are people that tell jokes better than me, so it's like, if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to ask people to watch, I've got to give them something worth watching. I'm not just, going to ask them to watch because I hit record and, hey, look, guys, I made a video, It's got to be more than that. So I got the idea of doing a couple Let's Play, like a married couple's Let's Play. I had seen the thing that Corrales was doing with his wife and kind of got inspired from that. And I started searching around and I realized very quickly there were very few functional couples on the internet. Most of the couples that were doing Let's Plays, the husband was a jerk and the wife was just trying to keep up. And I'm like, that's not great. That is, you got to be kidding me. And so that really frustrated me. And believe it or not, that was kind of the impetus that gave me the beginning of an idea of what I could do different. So after watching these different Let's Plays of these husbands and these wives, and it just frustrated me to no end, I started to have like a incubating idea in my head. And what the idea was is, most of y'all might have noticed this, but if you ever see Christians anywhere, they're always kind of goofy or dorky, or they're a bunch of like screaming jerks. You don't really see any level-headed ones. You don't see any of them that are just, living out their religion in front of others and letting others observe it. They feel like they have to go around with a bullhorn everywhere they go and yell it at people. And that was one of my big motivations was, I could actually be an example to others, show them what I believe and how I live, so they can have another example of it, not just the one that's like predominant everywhere. Now, I'm always very mindful of kids and the different forms of entertainment that's available to them. The lessons that it teaches them, the examples that it shows them of how others think. What I mean by that is, I've got a son, I'm raising him, I have given him the opportunity, kind of like what Hedzio says, where people are forcing stuff on their children. I don't force my religion on my child. I teach my child everything about what I believe, and I let him make his own choice. Just like my parents let me make my own choice. Because, to be quite honest with you, if you don't make a choice in life, it's not really you. It's you pretending to be somebody else. That's ridiculous. If there's somebody that you love and they smoke and you want them to quit smoking and you're always just like giving them a hard time because they're smoking and finally they quit because all you ever did was badger them about it, well, they actually didn't quit. They just stopped because, all the flowers. They just stopped because they wanted to shut you up, okay? But in their heart, they didn't actually stop smoking. And for me, especially for what I believe, it's all about the heart. It's all about what you truly believe inside. And so, to me, it's always best if you give people the room to make their own choices. It means more. And it lasts a lifetime. It's not fleeting. Torches. That's what I meant to come over here and make. Okay. Do we have any coal? Nope. We got coal over here, though, if we can sort through the flowers. So, yeah, I kept watching all these different channels, people, because kids absolutely love to watch Minecraft videos. I mean, I'm a grown-up and I love watching them, but kids, my gosh, I found somebody named Stampy Longnose or Longbottom or something like that. He's getting like 1 million views per video, and I'm sitting there going, look at this. These kids love this. And so I decided, you know what? Me and the wife, we could make a video, And there are a lot of kids that come from broken homes. Their parents are divorced, or their parents are oh, thank you, Zombie. Thank you so much. It just, for whatever reason it may be, the kids are not in an ideal home setting. And I was like, you know what? We could be role models. We could be, we could show them that there are couples out there that are married that get along. They're not always at each other's throats. They actually love each other. They care about each other. They stick up for each other. And they care about the people around them. And so that was kind of the beginnings of what I started doing, why I wanted to do it. And, messed up that dirt up there. And so, one of my long-term goals, yes, is to try and make money, enough money to survive and do this as a full-time job on YouTube. But I learned really quickly that, you know what? That's a very, very hard to attain goal. And I have got to have something else motivating me just in case I don't ever reach that goal. There's got to be something else there, some kind of sustenance, some kind of reason for why I'm doing this. And so, to answer the question that was posed earlier, the reason why I'm making YouTube videos, got to do the face thing. Got to do the serious face. Oh, serious face without a hat or galoshes. No galoshes. Okay. I'm sorry, having a serious talk, and I can't be serious. But that's okay, because that's how I am. That's how I roll. So, the main reason why I make videos is summed up into several words. I want to entertain, I want to encourage, and I want to uplift people. I want to show people, because I myself have dealt with depression for many, many years. And so I know how hard life can be. It can be very difficult. And so I want to take the opportunity that if somebody's going to spend time watching me do something, because, time is a commodity. Every minute that you're alive is a minute you're not going to get back. And once you've spent it, it's gone. You can never get it back. So to me, I view time and your life is like this precious commodity that you're spending. And if you're spending that time watching me break virtual blocks in a virtual world and gab on about stuff, well, then I want it to mean something. I want it to actually be something that you learn from, something that sticks with you and goes with you wherever you go in the rest of your life. And so, new shovel. And got to get the iron back on. There we go. Armor, sorry. So I want my commentary and I want what I do to be something that gives you something to chew on, something to think about, something that maybe you can use to better your own self, or maybe a new perspective on life and how to treat others around you. So, what is that? Oh, she was eating. I kept seeing something fall. I'm like, that's crazy. What was that? So, and you know what? This tank is going to have to be quite a bit bigger for that gas to fit, but we'll just keep hacking away at it. But yeah, that was one of the main reasons why I started doing the Let's Play along. Now, be honest with you, I wanted to figure out a different type of gameplay. Couldn't really come up with one because it just seemed like every time I thought of something, people were already doing it. Went to sleep, woke up in the morning, and the idea was just kind of sitting there in my head. And for me, I credit that to God. I credit God for giving me that idea. You interpret that however you want. But for me, that's how I do it. I credit God for giving me that idea. But as I thought on that idea, I realized, you know what? This would really give me the opportunity to communicate with people that were watching me, that I would get a chance to actually see what they were doing and, give them a chance for me to see it, tweet it out, share it with others, because I know a lot of people, they play, but they feel very inadequate. They're not very confident with what they're doing. And I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? That would be a great way to build somebody's confidence, is to show them that it's not about being, like a Corrales or like some of these people that build stuff for Hypixel or just, it's not about that. It's about expressing who you are, building that, and then being brave. That was like the big deal, was to get the viewers to be brave, to trust me that I wasn't going to make fun of them or let others make fun of them, and to share their builds, even if they didn't feel like it measured up or it wasn't good enough. You know, I always try to say, go ahead, just share it anyway. Just take a chance. So for me, that's a practical way that I can help other people gain confidence in life. Because I remember when I was young, here again, this may sound a little arrogant, but mostly I'm quoting what other people keep saying. Everybody's like, oh, Piggy, you're so cool. I love listening to your voice, and I love watching your videos, and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, I was like this scrawny little nerdy guy in school that nobody talked to. I was not liked very much at all. And it's not because I was like mean or anything. I was just like, I was the guy that everybody picked on. And so I remember what that feels like. And I decided as an adult, you know what? If there's a way that I could stop that cycle for at least one person, then that would be awesome. And so that whole idea of a Let's Play came along, and I'm like, you know what? Check this out. That is a seriously cool way to build people's confidence and help them, you know, be comfortable in their own skin. Help them to be comfortable with expressing who they are. Thank you all for watching on YouTube, and be sure to check in the description where you can see where I'm going to be live streaming my next show at beam.pro/2piggles. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.